How's it going, guys? My name is Willis. I've been traveling all around the world for several months now, and today I am in the center of Manhattan in New York City in Midtown. And a few days ago I got to go to a YouTube meetup and I met a lot of awesome people, and one of the guys I met, his name's John, and we're meeting up today to do a little collaboration.
Hey, what's up, guys?
This is John. And so before we get started with that, we're gonna grab some food. So he's gonna show me one of the most classic food carts in the whole city. So if you guys are ever in New York, you gotta check this place out. So what's the deal with the halal guys?
It's well, the halal guys are the best halal food you can get in the city. I do a combo.
Okay, you do the combo?
And I add some barbecue as well.
Oh, barbecue.
Gives a little bit more flavor.
All right, let's make it happen. I'm so freaking hungry right now. I'll do mixed both. This looks so awesome. Look, he's got it right. It's all about the white sauce. Let's dig into this. Oh man. Freaking awesome. You guys need to come here. The halal guys on 53rd and 6th Ave. It's worth it. So a big reason why I wanted to sit down with John is because I thought he had a really interesting story, especially when it comes to travel. And so today we want to talk about fear and overcoming fears. Guys, when I started thinking about doing this trip and quitting my job and seeing different parts of the world and traveling by myself, like, holy crap, was I afraid. And honestly, I continue to be afraid for my entire trip. But the biggest difference between me having that fear and then other people that have those fears is I decided to not let those fears stop me and go ahead and face them head on instead of staying comfortable. So John actually took a trip himself, and there was some fear that you had to overcome doing that, but then you hit a pretty real obstacle, and that's been a whole other thing that you've had to overcome. So can you just talk about that real fast?
I'm a 2nd and 3rd degree burn survivor. So how that happened, I was on a cycling tour with my best friend, and we were cycling from Maine to Florida.
It's a long bike ride.
Yeah. And then when I got to Florida, we were cooking from a makeshift stove, and we were using what's called denatured alcohol for our fuel. And we were cooking at night. At night you can see flames, and there was no visible flame in the can, which is where we were cooking from. And when they poured the alcohol, I caught on fire. And I'm still recovering from it, and it happened about 3 years ago. So that was the obstacle, and it changed my life forever.
What were some of the ways, some of the fears that you were having to face as you've been recovering from that burn accident?
Well, I was really self-conscious to be seen in public. I would get angry if anybody would stare at me, because I do have visible scars. And I just felt like an outsider. So I would wear long sleeves, wear gloves, and I wear a scarf because I am covering something up. And I just felt different. And that was really scary to be around in public. But what helped me get over it is that I've seen worse, and that really helped a lot to change my mindset.
You've kind of taken it to the next level, and you started a whole YouTube channel, and you started stepping out of your comfort zone further and being on camera. What has it been like to really step out of that comfort zone and be in front of the camera now?
It's not nearly as scary as it was before. I feel like vlogging actually did a lot for my confidence. The more that I put myself out there, the more comfortable I feel.
So for me, really stepping out of that comfort zone over and over again on a daily basis, because that's kind of the beauty of travel. You're always outside of your comfort zone and you're always having to push that. But what I've discovered is that every time you step out of your comfort zone gets a little bigger. So would you say that's true for you as well when it comes to going into public or then starting a vlog? Because obviously you're comfortable with it now, when you weren't before.
Yeah, I think that you need to develop your tolerance level, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, tolerance to fear.
So putting myself in front of the camera actually helped me be more confident being outside. So just putting yourself out there, you just work up to it.
One of the biggest things that I've learned over the last 6 months is that a lot of people let fears stop them from doing something they would otherwise really like to try. Like, a lot of people told me, man, what you're doing is so awesome, I would love to do something like that, but there's no way I would ever be able to. What they meant is that, like, they're too afraid to leave that comfort zone. But really, facing those fears and leaving that comfort zone opens up a lot of different doors. So, like, what doors have you seen open just by starting to face those fears and pursue new passions?
After vlogging, I did it for a while, and I would just travel around the city and record. But after a while, I wanted to expand to new things. And all of a sudden, I realized that where my passion lies is creating films. And now I'm pursuing a career in filmmaking. I went out of my comfort zone and I started recording.
In a couple days, I'm going back to Arizona for the first time in over 7 months. And I'm actually afraid to go home. I'm afraid of what the next thing is going to be. I don't know what job I'm going to get. I don't know where I'm going to live or what I'm going to do. But I know I've faced fears in the past, and so I can face more fears going forward. So, like, what would you say that you're most afraid of right now, looking ahead to the future?
Well, I've been through some stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm not really afraid of much. I guess my tolerance is much higher, and I'm just able to push through. And I know that if I don't, new doors won't open up, and I'll literally stay where I'm at.
Fear can be paralyzing, and if we let that stop us, we do just stay right where we're at. So if you guys have any dreams or aspirations that the only thing that's stopping you from starting to pursue those things is fear, well, just take that step closer to trying to pursue it. And even if you fail, I guarantee you will learn from it, and it will open more doors than it'll close. Guys, make sure you go check out John's channel. He does some really cool videos around filmmaking. He has a short film that tells a story about what happened to him and like a really, really scary moment. So definitely go check him out, give him a subscribe, mash that notification bell, and if you would be so kind, make sure you subscribe to my channel too. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, but I will figure it out and let you know.
Same thing with everyone.